it's taking over the world. Oh no, I don't know. No, it's fine. It's a tool. Don't freak out about AI. If you've been on the internet in the last few weeks, you've probably heard something about an AI, artificial intelligence platform called Chat GPT. If you haven't heard about it, you're living a blessed existence and I envy you. But if you have heard about it, you've probably heard some of the panic in people's voices about the fact that people are afraid that Chat GPT or other AI tools are going to replace community professionals, marketing professionals, all of these different industries are going to be negatively impacted. I think that's a little bit of an overreaction. I think that these tools are really, really powerful, especially for community and marketing ops. This video, we're going to talk all about using Chat GPT for community operations. Online communities are a huge, huge time commitment to manage and run and develop content for. Anything that a community manager can use to lift some of that effort off of their shoulders, off of their plate, and allow them to spend more time making those powerful human to human connections within the community, to me, that is a good thing. Anything you can use to take the busy work out of community moderation and management and refocus the humans' time and effort on human interactions, the community is going to thrive more. I am here for it. I wrote up this huge article for Communify all about use cases for Chat GPT in community operations. I'll link it below if you want to read through it and see all the different prompts that we put in. It was super fun. I love playing with Chat GPT, and it's really, really enjoyable to explore using AI, not as a silver bullet to replace humans on the internet, but as a tool to augment and assist humans. One of the first things that we tested out with ChatGPT for community ops was developing online community guidelines. Now, obviously, depending on what sort of a brand you're working with for your community and what the sort of terms of use or privacy policies that already exist with the brand are, you may already have some guidelines in place. I found that when I ran kind of parameters of like this type of online community, develop us a list of guidelines, it actually came up with some that I hadn't even thought of. You'll have to read the article to see the example because I thought it was very cute and clever, and I broke down which of the guidelines I hadn't even considered. So definitely pulling from the internet in ways that I hadn't necessarily thought of when I was developing fake guidelines. Another way to use AI tools for community is to foster engagement and introductions. So we tried this out and put in specific types of community and said, hey, using this type of community, develop a welcome post, welcoming new members and asking them to engage. The results were really strong. I definitely would tweak parts of it. There was some language that I think was a little bit too passive and not as much call to action-y in the way that I would do it. But it gives you a start and it gives you space to go in and actually have a framework to build your welcome and introduction engagement posts off of. The big one that can be really time consuming is making the actual content for a community. So one of the things that can be really, really engaging in an online space is open-ended questions specific to the niche of the community. And coming up with those endlessly, if you're a really small community team, can feel repetitive and can sometimes lead to redundancy and or cause some problems when you maybe aren't the subject matter expert, but you have to create content. So developing open-ended questions related to the industry of the community is super fun with AI. Like, I found it really interesting to try to pick different industries I had no experience with and see what sort of open-ended questions would come up. Because they were things that I definitely, having no experience with those industries, wouldn't have thought of asking. Again, if it's something you're super not experienced with, you're going to want to fact check everything. AI tools are definitely fraught with mistakes occasionally. So make sure you're not posting something that's completely irrelevant, but it's, again, great starting point that you can use to develop some of that community content that can be very time consuming. Another way that we used it was providing education and resources to the community. So this was something where developing a list of industry best practices or shortening existing knowledge base articles could be really, really, really time saving. If your community already has sort of like help articles or things that have been posted in the past that are lengthy and you want to condense them, run them through an AI tool that will summarize or make a bulleted list of best practices from a longer article. Super great, saves time, and allows you, the community manager, to be in there interacting with the users, the members, and the content versus just spending your time creating the content. One prompt or tool that I had not thought of using AI to help with was developing community events, contests, and activities. Community and events are a really powerful partnership. An event plus a community, community plus events, they're stronger together. So developing lists of ways to kind of activate your community around an event, that idea to kind of create an events or activities list was suggested to me by Todd Nielsen of Clock Tower Advisors. Excellent idea, and the samples that we sent through Chat GPT, the prompts and inputs that we put in, resulted in some really, really good ideas. The ideas for activities and contests that came up from Chat GPT were really fun, and they would be a really, really good starting point for a brainstorming session or jumping off point for future ideas for contests. You could even put past events lists in and ask ChatGPT or an AI tool to come up with suggested follow-up events or spin-off events or related events to that list. The bottom line is there are tons of ways to use ChatGPT and other AI tools to enhance the experience of your community for your members. However, that's all they can do. It can just enhance it. Community professionals are the ones who go in and really provide that human-to-human interaction that makes online communities thrive. Anything that you can do to free up your time as a community pro to spend more time on those human moments is going to result in a more thriving community. So I'd love to hear from you if you've been using AI tools in your community ops. Drop a comment below, send me a message, join Bad Axe Biz Club. Let's talk about how you're using AI to make your community experience even more human. Until next time, stay Bad Axe.